Hello crows and non-crows alike, my name is Joe Mack, otherwise known as Support Crow, and today we are talking about this massive bombshell coming from the FTC. I think by now it's quite clear that if you want to keep sensitive information secret, then don't tell the FTC. It seems like every other week passes by that something gets leaked or spread around without any kind of redaction, and this latest leak has some very juicy details. Now, I'm not going to put any of that documentation up on the video for my own safety purposes, but allow me to kind of go down the list. So first things first, due to this leak, there appears to be a kind of validation for the Oblivion remake. We first heard about the Oblivion remake leak back in July 31st, and at the time it was just sort of this Reddit posting leak that just sort of came out of nowhere. However, now there seems to be some concrete evidence about what's going on here. So let me give you some context. Within the FTC leaks, there's a whole number of things, but one of said things is a title release schedule that goes from fiscal year 2020 to fiscal year 2024. Throughout this list is a whole slew of video game titles. Now, this is a bit dated. The schedule has definitely been pushed back. For example, in fiscal year 2020, it has Deathloop, but Deathloop was released in September 2021. It also has the Indiana Jones game as releasing in fiscal year 2022, but that clearly hasn't happened yet. And what's interesting, if this release schedule is to be trusted, then it appears that Starfield was scheduled to release in fiscal year 2021. But nestled amongst these many titles, you have the Oblivion Remaster, the Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remaster, slap dab in the middle of fiscal year 2022. But the Elder Scrolls Oblivion is apparently not the only old Bethesda game remaster that's going to be hitting our shelves. Further down the list in fiscal year 2024, we have something that says Fallout 3 Remaster, which is great because I can't play Fallout 3 anymore. Either way, it seems like the Fallout 3 Remaster will be coming out at the earliest at 2025, sometime after the Elder Scrolls 6. Again, if this schedule is to be believed. Other notables about the schedule, you have a Starfield DLC, seems pretty obvious, Dishonored 3, and the Elder Scrolls Online just seems to be littered all throughout the years, which makes sense, it's an MMO. What's not on this list, oddly enough, is the new Fable game. Assuming everything on this list is true, I'm really looking forward to kind of everything on here. Then again, if everything on this list is true, then I might just need to get an Xbox. Although Oblivion and Fallout 3 made its way to PlayStation back then, there's no guarantee that it won't be exclusive now. Remasters are technically speaking new titles, especially given that the majority of the games on this list comes after Starfield, which is a Xbox exclusive. Regardless, I'm looking forward to it. Typically speaking, there are PC versions, but that depends on how reliable you think your PC is. Some people have it better than others, I'll just put it that way. But yeah, either way, I'm kind of excited. Oblivion was one of the first games that I grew up playing with, kind of alongside Fallout 3 in a way. I can't remember which came first, either Oblivion or Fallout 3. I know I got Fallout 3 for Christmas at one point, which was fun for the parents because they kept waking up to gunfire. This was a time before I learned what a headset was. In Dishonored 3, I am really excited for Dishonored 3. I've been waiting around for a sequel to Dishonored 2 for a while now. I mean, technically speaking, you had Death of the Outsider, which gave some very significant context to the story there. If there is one thing we can say for certain, it's this. A lot of these games and a lot of these hard choices that we will probably have to make are years away from us. At least 1 year away. Until then, everybody, be safe, be well, be kind. Bye-bye.